of the second month, year 2018. So I say happy new month to all of you, our very esteemed listeners on the Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM. It's time for the Citizens Forum. Dele Ayodo is my name.
And I am Tobi Joseph.
All right. Yes. Only last week, the committee set up by the ruling political party, All Progressive Congress (APC), submitted the report of that committee, and one very salient, very germane recommendation of that report is that the federal government should also look at the talk or the restructuring issue that has been going on in the country. So many people immediately went to town and said, before now, the principal, I'm talking of the presidency or the president, has not actually shown a clear commitment on his personal and his party's commitment to that restructuring position of some Nigerians. And now that we have political activities, political waters already boiling underground, movement stories of about 2019 general election, who takes what, is already going on. Why is it that this is the time the ruling party is coming out to give us that report? But mind you, that report was always submitted to the National Working Committee. They will still have to look at it and come out with what will appear to be the final position of the party. But all body language points to the fact that nothing may be done before the general election. And the question now comes up, that committee's report and the talk or the decision by some very powerful group in the APC to now begin to talk about restructuring, do you think, or is it a mere political gimmick for Nigerians who appears to be annoyed or are frustrated about issues from the ruling party's corridor? Is it a way to appease them? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Is it a way to appease those group of Nigerians? That's what we'll be looking at this morning. We will try and get the spokesperson of the political party. I'm talking about the APC, former minister Bolaji Abdullahi, online, and then let's get what the party is thinking or what his own personal position is about that report now, and then we'll come to you. In the meantime, we also have a major political action going on that will, in a couple of minutes, take up in the state capital here. Another topic issue debate going on in the country to be the call for formation of a new coalition. Nigerians are responding to that here and there. Okay, we've been told that the Ogun State chapter is about to be launched here in the state capital. We'll go to that venue. We have a reporter there to give us reports from the venue.
Yes, quickly, let me run through what are the recommendations and proposals being pushed forward by the Committee on Restructuring set up by the All Progressives Congress APC, headed by Governor Nasser El-Rufai. Well, after submitting the report on Thursday, the report indicates that the committee is calling for more devolution of powers to the state. That is one of the many things that Nigerians have been complaining about. Too much power in the center, the centralization to empower more of the state. Well, the committee also urged the police and prisons to be moved from the exclusive list to the concurrent list. According to the report, the state government will be allowed to establish state police to handle certain crimes as well as state prisons. The committee equally recommended independent candidacy, but with a clause that individuals who intend to stand for elections must not have been a member of any political party at least 6 months to the elections in which they intend to contest. On local government autonomy, the committee said since one size does not fit all, the state should be allowed to legislate for local government including creating more councils. So that means the states will be the ones to determine how many local governments they want or they need, or how many local governments they can cater for, since many of them have been complaining about funding and of course payment of primary school teachers. And you also have states who are clamoring for creation of more councils. Lagos State, for example, has created LCDAs to show up the administration at the grassroots level, since they have been hampered constitutionally and restricted to just 20 local governments recognized by the constitution. So these are the summary of the recommendations, a very important aspect of that report. But one question you may want to ask, Dele, is that people have been talking about this, even so many interest groups, socio-cultural, socio-political groups have been canvassing for this same thing. The APC, though, dilly-dallied as regards its position on restructuring. They've gone to work, presented the reports. Now, the PDP, main opposition party, and other Nigerians are now saying that it is nothing but a political gimmick. What do we really want in Nigeria? Do we want restructuring, or we don't want it?
Okay, that's where we are this morning. We await that call of the network permitting us to get through to Bolaji Abdullahi in Abuja, the spokesperson of the APC. In the meantime, Tobi, let's just open the telephone lines and other means of communications so that we can begin to get your reactions to this. Do you also think, otherwise, that this is a political move by the All Progressive Congress? 0809-868-7344.
For Magbadu.
Okay.
The issue of restructure is uncalled for so many reasons. One, in the south, it will bring political intolerance. In the north, it will bring religious intolerance. So the pro-Western war behind this kind of move should be condemned. The reason is that the greater the economic losses we have, the profit, our economic losses is Western world gain. Economic losses of Nigeria is Western world gain. So for their economic benefit, they are misleading our leader. It is only development can determine the restructure in a simple manner. So this is what they are doing is pure illegal. And should be condemned by the general public. Because was a senior civil servant when he was the chief of secretary general of the federal government of Nigeria. He introduced an idea of economic nationalism that ranks Nigeria among developing world today. That is what is supposed to be encouraged. Under Nigeria economy right, you still have $1 trillion credit opportunity because Nigeria.
All right, you are approaching your 2 minutes. Thank you. Please, again, let's get this straight and right. We are talking about the position of the party, the acceptance of their committee set up by them for the party to look at the restructure. And the question is, do you think this is a mere political gimmick? Thank you. Let's understand the focus this morning. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Dele.
Thank
good
you.
Morning, Tobi. My name is Dr. Come from Ayodo. Well, PDP had national conference, which was a charade. So this APC's own about the restructuring, because it's a nebulous idea. You can see from El Rufai's recommendations, it ranges from A to Z. It doesn't really mean much. So it's one of those gimmicks. Maybe you wanted restructuring. Yeah, you have gotten restructuring. And they are making it so absurd that people are even worried. That's why I asked this morning. Maybe we want restructuring now? Because restructuring means different things to different people. So why are we? Yes, that's their own view and of what we call restructuring. Don't think restructuring means that you are going to come and own an NPC. No, it doesn't. It goes beyond that. Everybody has his own idea. There's no coalition of what restructuring means. All the political parties, all the political big fat cats. So that is what we are supposed. That's what is going to happen. And even if we had a coalition, if we all had an understanding of it, it cannot work. It's too late. Very soon, we will be talking of this. third force, fourth force, fifth force, and all. That is what is in our mind now. Not all those nebulous ideas like restructuring.
So you think it's a gimmick?
Hello?
You think it's a gimmick?
It's a gimmick. I say it's a gimmick by APC. Just like PDP did during the constitutional conference. Where is it? They spend how many billion? Where is that one, Dele?
All right, thank you.
It's in the dustbin.
Thank
So
you.
this one will be in the dustbin.
Thank you,
because we are now going to politics. All those things are friendly to politics. After this, we will discuss restructuring. We think of who to vote for.
Thank
so
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your 2 minutes is up.
Okay.
08098687344.
Morning, Dele,
Tobi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Ayodo from America. Good morning. This restructuring of a soul that is coming up from the APC, I can't believe it. They are not doing anything to probably give us any new thing at all. This is where we need to ask them to stop and turn around and get back on track. But it has lost it. Even we cannot continue to give the same examination which we gave to PDP then over 15 years of reign since 1999 till the time when Buhari came to power. But let me say this, Nigeria is not meaningful any longer because now I think we need a third force who will give us restructuring, the restructured of Nigeria, new Nigeria that we want. And I will continue to probably advertise, or probably I don't know how to put it now, for this. Nigeria is in a very dark, bleak environment now. I don't see where we can continue waiting and then die waiting. We cannot continue like this. If we gave it to Buhari and probably we asked for restructuring, we could not be able to do it. For how long should we continue to live in the puddle of failures and then think that...
That's what we are saying. The party has now said, yes, go for restructuring.
You said what?
The party, Buhari's party, is now saying let's restructure.
It's getting too late.
No, so you don't also believe it.
Cannot continue for a long time.
Right,
you are not ready for any exam, then leave that place. Let somebody that is ready for exam come in and then let's
thank you,
set the exam
your
for
2
them.
minutes is up. 32120, that's where to send your short code messages to within a couple of minutes. Tell them, good morning.
Dele, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Solomon calling from Lagos.
Yes, sir.
You see, this country it has become a comedy. Dele, why is it in Nigeria anything that government do we suspect? Dele, let me take you back a little bit. The last regime, when they want to go, when they reduce the price for the fuel, just 5 naira reduction, people say, oh, just because they want to try to deceive Nigeria. When they organize national confab, which so many of us, including me, criticize it, that they want to use it for 2015. When they submit the report, they did not implement it. During that national conference that time, most of us are saying, hey, they want to use it for elections. Now, this time around, these people, you have been shouting restructuring. These people said, okay, the structuring that we have been shouting, okay, we want to implement it now. Still yet, we still don't want to believe them. Now, Dele and Nigerians who are listening to me, what gives you that assurance that the next candidate that you want to present or you want to vote for in 2019 will not use this same restructuring that we are talking about to deceive you? When he gets to power, he will not do it until that minute. We will continue with the same kind of attitude. See, I've been saying it. I have 7 point agenda in 2007. Did you see one? I have no shoe, I have no bag. They collect your bag, collect my shoe in 2011. Change 2015. Did you see any change?
Thank you. You got 2 minutes. It is well with us. It shall be well with us. Yes, good morning. Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Brother Dele and Tobi, brothers Dele and Tobi, I say good morning once again.
Good morning.
This is Fola Akinyemi. My brother, me thinks that the approach of the ruling class is cosmetic. And people will not believe that they are they are into a serious business. I would suggest we go back to 2014 confab. Let us revisit the outcome of the confab and look critically critically into it and see where, all points that we can actually bring out. Some of those points there, at least it was all embracing then. And I believe the report, we should critically look at it and see whether we shall be able to make something out of it. All these things now, I think the people are beginning to have a second thought. Maybe they are using it for a political campaign or whatever. But let us go back to that one. We cannot continue to be deceived. This is a country that accommodates so many beings, from professional level to technical and what have you. So my submission is that we should go back to that confab and see whether we can still make use of it. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, sir. 0909146970. That's one of the telephone numbers you can use. You can also join us via the Twitter handle. It's at Rock City FM, and of course, the Facebook is also there for you to participate in the discussion. Of course, the WhatsApp group discussion is on there 247 08098687344. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Chef from Kajola. This country is totally ridden by absent poverty. And when you have this type of situation, that's why you see people queuing up just for 5,000 naira, 500 naira to queue up at the back of the contestant for an election. We have had series of arguments here and there. I've had presentations by people at different times. The problem we have not been able to see them squarely. Who owns who? What belongs to who? We need to know why we have that large number of people in the National Assembly who cannot even make up solve some of the problems that we have. They go there, money bag and all whatever. When you are talking about restructuring had to do with 4 regions. We are going to go back to the border, the boundary adjustment, what belongs to who, the essence of your land, what do we need to know. Then we have a lot of problem at hand. Only yesterday we talked about writing somebody. Today we are talking about structuring. Tomorrow we are talking about the fuel problem. We have not been able to handle one situation and solve them at once. We need to go back to the drawing board.
Thank you.
What is our problem? Thank you.
Thank you. Your 2 minutes. Let's take 2 calls, and then we check the messages. 2 calls. We check the message box.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
My name is Shoyinka from Ashero. The APC said when they come on board that the 2014 confab will be in the archive. I want to suggest that if they want to do anything about restructuring at all, that 2014 confab took care of a lot of things. They should just look into it, and whatever they feel that they can implement in the immediate and later in future, they should do that. That has taken care of everything we want about restructuring. This APC part of it is a gimmick. Thank you.
Another call, 0909146970. Let's add your voice to this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm Prince Ojo. I'm speaking from Okesho.
God bless you.
APC talk about restructuring now is a mere gimmicks. Why wait till this time before talking of restructuring when their term is running out? Enough of deceit in this country. If we are all serious about this country, to move this country forward, sincerity should be our watchword. And what eventually will bring total peace to this country is proper restructuring. Proper restructuring. Instead of this deceit, there was confab, which was thrown under the carpet, and this is the same thing. And I wonder, when we keep repeating the same thing and we expect change tomorrow, I wonder where the change will come. And that's why I'm in full support of Baba Obasanjo's idea that we need a strong third party. So that's my take. Good morning.
God bless you. Thank you. Can we have the messages?
Well, we have this Facebook comment from Adidayo Triple A at DME. Okay, I think this has nothing to do with what we are discussing. It was still about the quick take earlier. Let us quickly go to the tweets. Professor Bola AAA tweeted this, and it says APC plus PMB have seen their handwriting on the wall that the game is over. We are not fools. They have rejected restructuring, and we have accepted that. Alright, so that's the tweet. Keep tweeting at Rock City FM is the Twitter handle, and Rock City FM 11.9 is our Facebook fan page. And don't forget, 32120 is the shortcut number. All you have, Ayodo says, to me, National Confab was more encompassing than the one APC unveiled. The report is still there, but Buhari's government went ahead to waste our hard-earned money to set up another cosmetic committee. Let government wake up and do the needful. Enough of committee on this and committee on that. APC has succeeded in fooling Nigerians. I see no difference in the report submitted and the report of 2014 confirmed. It is all a political hullabaloo to keep Nigerians' voice down. That's still Suraka at Ayodo tweeting that. Okay, Scott Oladele says, imagine the case of Lagos that has 20 local governments with over 20 million people. Okay, I think we took that earlier. All right, keep tweeting and of course keep sending your messages to 32120. Let's take more of the calls. Hello, good morning.
You are on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm Johnson. I'm very happy people talk about the structuring they just pretended to have now. But then, the one thing I want people to know is that APC they've done their own, but incidentally, I'm not a politician. But then, I still have the love of this country at heart. What they think they've done now is to their own interest, and there's something they refuse to understand. They are there today. If tomorrow they are not there, another set of people will be there that will do proper things. So let anybody not disturb himself so much. Just let's follow them. They are there. They are in command now. But it's question of time. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you too. Yes, we take your call. Good morning.
Once restructuring, as Honorable Justice Adibole Bakri has said the other time.
Your name, please.
My name is Ogushe from Ayodo. So let restructuring be so that Nigeria can forge ahead. Let everybody go at his own pace. Are we going to be in Nigeria?
Ogushe, we are not looking at restructuring, the call for restructuring per se. We are looking at the submission, the committee, Rufai's APC's committee's report supporting restructuring at this time when the presidency or the president has not given a clear-cut position on it, and we ask, following what opposition have also been saying, that it looks like a gimmick, a political gimmick. That's what the angle in which we are looking at it from. Good morning. You are on. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. My dear brother, Dele.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, you are on. You are on. You are
Good
on.
morning, sir. Good
Thank
morning,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Brother Dele.
We can hear you. Go on.
Calling from Happy New Month to you there.
Same to you.
I want to start my contribution this morning by saying that the newly formed groups, coalition movement, NIM, and the third force will not be efforts in futility. And this time around, whatever the outcome, will benefit the poor masses of this great country. And it will not end in a trash by the grace of Almighty God. You see, the present government has failed Nigerians as far as I'm concerned, and something has to be done fast so as to save the country from total breakdown. All those groups mentioned are out for restructuring and through federalism. It is good. We wish our neighbors that which we like for our best, but you cannot be sympathetic to the dwarf and reduce our height. Yoruba cannot continue to wait for other tribes to catch up with us. So let us restructure this country so that we can move forward. Thank you very much. God bless Rock City and God bless Nigeria.
All right, God bless you too. The state of origin is discriminatory, so they are saying that it should be replaced with state of residence. It is around this that the Federal Character Commission Act will be amended to allow people domiciled in a place to be considered as indigenes. So there won't be issue of it's not from here. It's a bureau from. It's not an Ogun State indigene. It cannot contest. It cannot get this. So those are
there is
issues.
even Lagos Ego.
So those are issues. Well, these are just some of the. As for judiciary, there is a proposal to amend the creation of the State Judicial Council, which will appoint and discipline judges within the state, while the National Judicial Council will exercise control over the appointment and discipline of judges of the federal government only at the national level. So there is also a proposal to create the State Court of Appeal, so that from the High Court you can first appeal to the State Court of Appeal before you can then go to the Supreme Court of the Federation. So that is one thing that affects the judiciary. As for referendum, people have been calling for referendum as regards this restructuring. There is nothing like that in our constitution. The Constitution of Federal Republic in 1999 has amended. But this time around, they are saying that there should be a constitutional amendment to allow for a referendum to be conducted on burning national or state issues before decisions are taken. Right now, the Constitution has no room for referendum, but only on the creation of
and sure, Tobi, if you comprehensively peruse through those recommendations, it's like they are affirming the thoughts of many Nigerians and say, yeah, we listen to you, we hear all you have been saying, and right now we want to agree with all you have been saying. That's why the opposition or those who have another inner eye, quickly comes out to say, no, we don't think this is the color this product actually has.
Yes.
It's been coated somehow. And the question now comes up, do you think it's a mere gimmick towards the 2019 election? Okay.
We have some messages.
Yes.
Let's quickly take this one before we go on a short break for the news. This one says Governor El-Rufai's call. Those calling for restructuring of Nigeria. Okay, Governor El-Rufai called those calling for restructuring of Nigeria as opportunists. It's quite unfortunate that APC also can come out with a report for restructuring Nigeria. Taiwo Okwefa sent in that one. El-Rufai's report should be thrown into the dustbin. Some of these governors have emasculated the local government. Shuaga sent in that. Ikechukwu Lisa says, I don't believe in APC's recommendation on restructuring because the season we are in is a season of promises by our politicians ahead of 2019. So what do we expect from them rather than what we are hearing now? Okay, Mumi Odunuko says, God will remove the yoke on Nigeria's neck soon, our deliverance from invading foreigners who have used all manner of voodoo to suppress the will of the real son of the soil and the real Nigerians is near. This one says, Nigerians are impatient even with Almighty God that created us. That's why we see churches and mosques here and there. People move from pastors to affairs. See our politicians jumping from one party to another. Until we change our attitude, I don't see us going anywhere. We need to be prayerful and patient. With these, God will answer our prayers. The problem of this country is greater than any group or individual, but God Almighty. Abdul Rashid Okela sent in that one. Okay, that's the mod. Keep sending your messages to 32120. Type rock, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. We've got a break now for the national news. After the national news, we'll come back and, of course, continue with the call.
All right, you are welcome back. Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM Citizens Forum this morning. looking at the submission of the El-Rufai's committee's report to the National Working Committee of the ruling party, All Progressive Congress, the APC. And one major recommendation or highlight of that report is that the party should also agree with Nigerians who are of the opinion that there should be restructuring. Uh, yes, the country must be restructured along whatever line. Well, they gave their own guidelines. Really, it's actually detailed how to restructure Nigeria from that report. And other Nigerians who looked at the position of the APC, the president, and the presidency for some time, which showed that they are not disposed to restructuring, and now asking the question, could it be a political gimmick? 2019 activities are already on. So is this part of the trick? Well, whatever you think, that's what we are collating. We are still trying frantically. It's the network really to get in touch with the HPC spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi. We expect that he will also call us if we can get to as soon as that is true. We will have him on the line. Hello.
Yes, I think we are okay. We lost that. So let's quickly go through the tweets. Professor Bolai says, if I were PMB or APC, I will now concentrate on massive infrastructural development to entice Nigerians. No deceit will work. Oluwaseyi Emmanuel says, I support the committee report and recommendation. The NWs of APC should support it and pass it to the National Assembly before the next election. The major agitations has been it's been well thought out, that report, and that is the changes we want in the polity. Surakat Abiodun says, APC change, Nigerians are ready to change them come 2019 because they have failed Nigerians. Recently, Nigeria ranked low on budget transparency and federal government is fighting corruption. For me, I say no to distraction of Nigerians with any true federalism report. The battle line has been drawn. Okay, this one says, the most unfortunate development is the APC's sectorial approach to restructuring. The RFI committee is diversionary and will not produce the desire of Nigerians. The 2014 National Confab was more embracing and acceptable. Let's revisit it. For like Yemi sent in that. Ikechukwu Lisa says, this government is nothing but deceivers. They came from nowhere to deceive the people. Don't be surprised that Garba Shehu or Lai Mohammed will come out tomorrow and say another thing on the same issue. May God deliver us from this bondage. That's from Ikechukwu Lisa, okay. And they should include the removal of the age clause for contesting to their restructuring agenda and effect it within 1 week. Abdul Gafar or Lamiliko sent in that message. All right, keep the messages coming. 32120. Type rock, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. Let's go back to the calls now. Hello.
This committee of El-Rufai was committed when? Is it not last year? It was last year. This president, January 4th, President Muhammad denied this same committee that they are bringing the report. The earlier caller just said, on the 4th of January, he said he doesn't believe in restructuring. Which report are they bringing? They are fooling themselves. Whoever that lives in a glass house does not throw stones. When they bring compact the other time, we have almost 1,000, 10,000 reports here. It was thrown into the judgment. How many pages is this? Let them go back to that compact. All those attitudes, all those things that they need as an instruction is inside that compact. I've been saying it for a long time. Don't let us be looking at the issue of Africans. Let us look at the material that we're going to use. Forget about the people that make it. Look at the people that sit down in that place and make this compact. Go back to that compact and make the necessary things. Thank you. Good morning.
09091469670 or 0909146. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ayodo.
Good morning.
How are you? Joseph, good morning.
Morning.
Yes. What is bad? What is bad in somebody making a uniform? Yes, truly, President Buhari said he didn't believe in restructuring. But I think he not he has listened to voice of reason. He has listened to public opinion. And when he set up that committee led by Erufai, people didn't talk. They didn't oppose it. And now the result has come out. They have made their findings. And I recommended certain areas of governance for restructuring. What is wrong with that? Why do you then want to crucify Erufai? Why do you want to crucify Buhari? They are the right path. Let them go on. We don't need that conference, what do you say? That conference that was by Village United. Let's go on with this one. This one will work. You can do that. It will give us good governance. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, God bless you too. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Alaji Emito Gunan, my name. I'm calling from Olomori. Are you hearing me?
Clearly.
Okay, now it's good now. The APC now come back instead of paying politics to do the government. I believe they want to use this one to defeat us. They don't have that plan. They don't have that plan because to me, there's nothing bad in that 2014 conference. We are of Nigerians, eminent Nigerians go there looking for the solution. They have about 60 solutions. If they are serious, then those of the ones that are supposed to be in the House of Affairs, the National Assembly to attend to do, they will have put it there. They will continue. The government will continue. It's not the party of anybody. For somebody comes today to believe that that is their own agenda. Because you remember, Tinubu and Co, that are really confirmed, they never believed, they annihilated them. They never believed in him. Now they are now seeing the result. And they never believed that that's what called the topic. They now have the topic. They are now using the topic. Topic is a fraud. They now want to go back because of the election, because they have failed in their participation. So I believe Nigeria, the Lord I want Nigeria to see. Let them go out just the PDP. Let them continue. I know it will be something of the campaign now. Anybody coming, how are you going to let us get the people agenda for us before we can go.
All right, thank you. Your 2 minutes.
Thank you.
09091469670. Yes, somebody is there. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Dele.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is the Garden I'm coming from Ayodo. Yes, and there seems to be some confused set of people. Yes, because somebody said maybe from his body language maybe doesn't believe in something. Then just a person, if the party can convince him that there's a lot to gain in this, and he changed his mind, what's wrong with that? People that really deceived us, that started comfort at the last minute when they had 6 years, something that's important to you, the first day you get there, that's when you start working on it. Yes, why did not believe in it? So maybe he wasn't doing anything. But now, people at this party is telling him that yes, it should happen. And again, when it came, there were so many problems. You see insecurity, hunger, everything. Do you think that he will have time to do that at that time? But now that maybe to some extent our economy is getting back on its this thing. So what's wrong in this party? People convincing him. They are confused people that deceived us 6 years, some 8 years. Now talking about restructuring. And at the end of the day, the APC has still better chance of coming back than any other party. So why not just believe in them? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Dele, good morning. Tobi, good morning. This is Tajudin Dafsalabi.
Thank you for calling.
Calling from Abeokuta. I think the problem we have in this country is that we are too anxious. Truly too anxious. I wonder why people just call and say, the government has no plan. And
This is government that took us out of recession. This is government that Nigeria was almost in comatose, like my friend, this person will say, we are in the point of comatose. Now they took us out of that, and any meaningful decision that the government is trying to put in place, people quickly jump at it and read meaning. And thereby, you discover that politically we have employed politics into virtually everything, not even wanting to look at where we are going, where we are coming from, and where we should be. You see, these are the problems that we have in this country. I think we need to be sincere and allow any elected government to perform. I think this is, I'm disturbed. I'm worried because we read different meanings into any decision of government, and whereby making them not functioning very well for our yearning. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you too. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Ayodo, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Alaji Ayodo Power. Please allow me to do it right now. Òpùrọ́ ń gbin láì níwàyò, ó gbìn ìgbàdo. Inú oko tálábù ti dá, ẹ ti rí wọn. Èmi ò máa mẹ́yìn tó ṣe é bàṣepọ̀ nínú wọn, ẹ ti rí wọn. A to Z, èèmọ̀ ni wọn.
Okay. All right. Hello. After this, we'll check the messages again, please.
Good morning.
I'm Mr. Tobi, my humble self here, Peter.
Good morning.
Since I want to ask only one question, I don't know how you tell me. Is there any difference between PDP and APC? Because I only tell you 50% of people in PDP, they are in APC should be. Someone saying that section is out of the country. May God bless Nigeria because maybe it's eating well. When the way is nowhere to go again, the road is blocked, and it is only the only narrow way we normally see now. Killing every now and then. We are talking about this restructuring. People don't know what restructuring is all about. If there is any insecurity in country will not be there, the state will have power to handle their own. So let me just tell you, today people are dying, nobody cares because the people that are hearing their voice is your party people. I'm not a politician, but I will never be one. I'm only just saying, I'm not the kind of people that are looking for appointment from the government. But I'm only telling you the truth, Nigeria is nowhere to find themselves again. We are thinking.
All right,
about another party system in Nigeria today. We are talking about something that said no.
Thank you, Big Daddy. Your 2 minutes.
May God help us.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's take this one and then we check. Let's take the messages then.
All right, this particular tweet is coming from Surakat Ayodo. 2014 confab was converged and represented by all the regions. The fourth came with recommendations not far from what RFI committee report has submitted. While the government like wasting our money on irrelevancies, let the new coalition of Nigeria movement come up with their own candidate. Yemi Phillips Da Vinci says there is a beautiful song by Femi Kuti titled Dem Bobo. Please play it after this program because APC is just trying to deceive Bobo and bamboozle us with their reports and its recommendations. Why do I think the report is a joke? Because they know it is impossible to amend the constitution in an election year, so they will ask to vote them in so they can effect this recommendation. Yemi Philip Da Vinci posted that also. This one also, why should we believe the APC when its Oga at the top, President Buhari, has explicitly stated he's against it, and that governors have repeatedly publicly opposed it? This is a political gimmick on fleek. So Agat Abiodun once again says they are doing all they accused Jonathan's administration of. So what is now the difference between APC and PDP? The third force is inevitable. Tunde Kafidipe says one question we also have to ask ourselves is that we fare or have a better is that do we fare or have a better life than we had 3 years ago? Let us ponder in this. Thanks. God bless Nigeria and Rock City FM. Tonatson says neither GJ's conference report nor RFI's episode report on the so-called restructuring is illegal and acceptable to Nigerians because their coming into being was fraught with insincerity. While at the twilight of either regimes, PMB's regime needs to be more focused and deliver. Amy Phillips once again, why did the APC senators and rep members vacantly oppose some of the recommendations of this report while they were amending the constitution, a process that is now in status? This is a case of X23347. It is always 0. Amy Phillips once again, this APC committee work is all motion and no movement. That report will have no bearing on their behavior. They are only doing this to dampen public sympathy for the new coalition for Nigeria. Erufai's restructuring profiling is mere shenanigans that is contemptuous to reason. The way forward is a revolution. Billionaire Ajishafe tweeted that one. Alright, keep tweeting. At Rock City FM is our Twitter handle. Facebook fan page remains Rock City FM 11.9. Thank you for calling.
Yes, I will go. I like you. I want to go away. But Mali said in his words, you can fool some people all the time, but you can't fool people all the time. So don't deceive us. Don't be deceived. About restructuring or no restructuring, like what he said, we individuals, have we gotten a good restructuring on ourselves? In our households, have we restructured ourselves? As our children restructure themselves, have we restructured our children? Have we restructured our society? Is it the set of these political juggernauts that we are going to restructure, or who? Is it the security allowance we want to restructure? Is it by not paying our pensioners we want to restructure, or what? Each and every one of us, let us go and register INEC and do the needful. Prosperity will judge us. Thank you.
09091469670.
Good morning. I'm Wale from Abeokuta.
Okay.
Are you hearing me clearly?
We can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
You see all the big English you are talking on this radio. I love it. But all I know is that one day, monkey will go to the market and will never return. All what these leaders are doing for us, that be a day that something like rolling will rise up and clear the whole of them. And we will have peace. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Once again, Muiwa says the 2014 conference report should be reviewed because APC disappointed me because they deceived us. We don't fulfill promises. Nigerians are waiting for them. Please, Rock City should be very careful on politics because some television stations are playing their jingle there in 2015 and they're in a mess now. PMB and APC must be planning their way out in Abuja. Alright. Abdurashid Okela says, let's stop blaming ourselves. We all partake and contribute one way or the other to where we find ourselves. NLC, CAN, IPOP, militant APC and PDP, including your humble self. Let's look at Ogun State now. After all odds, we now enjoy the transformation. Some people waged war against us. Let's be patient and prayerful. No magic or miracle can take us out of where we put ourselves. Once the economy is bad, all other things follow. Okay, that's Abdurashid Okela sending in that message. Yemi Phillips Dan Vinci once again says, please, what is the update on the launch of the Coalition for Nigeria in Ogun State? It is an interesting political development. The spirit thought forces are aligning.
Alright, they're just gathering at the venue now. We understand it will begin about 12 o'clock. They're just gathering there now.
Alright, more tweets. This one says, even Buhari in his New Year message has said the problem of Nigeria is not the structure but the process. Please stop defending impunity. Nothing new will come from this, not even when election is fast approaching. The APC government has failed Nigerians. Yemi Phillips Da Vinci, okay, I think I read that earlier. Folorunso Akim says APC's restructuring is a deceit. Nigerians should sweep them away in 2019. All right, so that's the much we can take now. Well, let's go back to the calls. 0809 868 7344 and 0909 146 9670.
All right. Okay. For the man who is monitoring, hello. Okay, somebody is there. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. This is Evangelist Johnson. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, Nigerians, we are talking about restructuring now. Before, FPC government did not know the meaning of restructuring. Now they are talking about restructuring. I don't know how they are going to do it. If in 2 years, the government has told us that a reasonable government to fix electricity power in 6 months, 2 years, and they're now going to 3 years, these people cannot give Nigeria power. They cannot give us constant light. In a country that somebody rules for 2.5 years, going to 3 years, they cannot give Nigeria a good road that somebody will say, at least if an expressway is fixed. There is a country that we cannot mention any general hospital that is working. Then they are talking about restructuring now. They are talking about coming back in 2019. I don't know the type of restructuring they are talking about. What I want to tell us Nigerians is, please, we should wake up. Enough is enough. Let us get together. Let us move together and elect somebody that has Nigeria people at heart. So many young children are at home now. They are not going to school because their parents cannot pay their school fees. We are suffering in this country. Please, let Nigerians wake up. Let us work together and rescue Nigeria from these wicked people. It is enough. Thank you and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. God bless you too.
I am Oyebola from Ubara. Please join me to appeal to all Nigerians that we should be patient with the APC movement. When they finish their 4 years, people have the power to vote them out or vote them in again. Please let us appeal to Nigerians to be patient with Buhari administration. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
God bless you too. Another call. Morning.
Yes, my name is Femi Jafet. I just want Nigerians to be very careful. Number one, this government did not create the problem they are solving now. And we have had governments in the past. Obasanjo was there for 8 years. He was not able to fix power. He was not able to reconstruct our roads. This government has just come. If we send Buhari home now, we go and rest. There's nothing we will lose. We can imagine the kind of sacrifice these people are paying to see that Nigeria is good. They are collecting half salary according to reports. And so, all these things they are doing for the benefit of ordinary Nigerians. So I am appealing to people to be patient with them. Number two, the security problem we had before Buhari came, at least to some extent, he has been able to drive Boko Haram out of this nation. Now, what is Iceman farmers clash compared to Boko Haram that they are able to crush? So if we give them time, they will solve all these problems. Because these politicians, they have their own way of getting Nigerians to work against ourselves. So we should not be deceived. Let's be patient with this government is fighting for the ordinary Nigerians. That's what this government can have for now.
Thank you very much.
How do we know that those people coming in will be better than Buhari? Then this cover before you are talking about,
effective it has cost to the House of Authority.
All right, thank you. We must go. This is the last call we'll take. Thank you very much. We're sorry that's the last call. Can we just check the messages?
All right, we have just 2 messages and we'll wrap it up with this. This one says, we are only deceiving ourselves. Restructuring cannot work. We'll keep on suffering till the kingdom come if revolution doesn't happen here in Nigeria. Because all these Jagudu Jera politicians will keep on suffering the masses. Pius from Shaja sent in that. Engineer Joseph says our politicians are just deceiving the whole country. And Obasanjo was in power for 8 years. What did he do to unite the country? Jonathan came to power. He did a confab, which was approved. The National Assembly refused to sign it before he left. PMB is here again with his own joke of the year. Well-meaning Nigerians should rise up and fight for politicians and fight these politicians to a standstill. Enough is enough for their lives. God help Nigeria. All right, that's Engineer Joseph. All right, so this is where we draw the curtains of the show this morning. We appreciate your messages, your calls, your tweets, and of course your comments on our page. You can continue the debate wherever you are. Don't miss this opportunity to also be part of the discussion on our WhatsApp group. Just make sure that you send your numbers to 32120 so that you can be added to the Rock City FM Parliamentarians WhatsApp group.
All right, your name and number. Actually, just send your name and number. We thank you. Tomorrow, the open day, we continue with the debate. God bless you all. God bless Nigeria and God bless Rock City. Dele Ayodo is my name.
And I am Tobi Joseph. Have a wonderful Thursday.